Are we live? Hold up a second. Are we live? Wait a second. Wait a second, Star Wars fans. Are we live right now? Wait, whoa. Are we live right now? Wait a second. Are we live? Are we live? Wait. Are we live? What's up, guys? It's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars. We got a lot to talk about tonight regarding Star Wars. We got a lot to talk about Luke Skywalker possibly not coming back anymore. Kathleen Kennedy, new reports about Luke Skywalker not coming back. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. It's okay. We're going to be okay. Okay? I think we'll be okay. Okay? But we do have to talk about, of course, Jedi Survivor comes out in what, like 6 hours? 6 hours from now, Jedi Survivor comes out. That's very, very exciting. Return of the Jedi comes out tomorrow as well for the next week. Can't wait to see what happens at the end of that trilogy. Can't believe that Luke Skywalker's father is actually Darth Vader. Insanity. We'll talk about all that. The Star Wars movies that are set to actually be released in the next coming years. We got some news about that. We got some possible news about an Old Republic movie. I know. We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about all of it. So remain calm. Everybody remain calm. We're going to get into all of it. But how are we doing? How are we doing today? How are you doing today? Great. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay. But in all seriousness, we must all go watch Return of the Jedi. It comes to theaters tomorrow, and I'm going to see it tomorrow night, and I'm really, really excited, and I'm really, really, really excited, and I can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. So yeah, let's get hyped. Mr. Sean 2001 in today says, let's go. Honey Badger says, let's go. Honey Badger follows up and says, I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good today. Doing good. Thanks for asking. Honey Badger says, I'm so hyped. All right, let's get into the goods then. Return of the Jedi comes out this weekend. Go watch it. It'll be out from tomorrow until May 4th, I believe. May 4th. So go watch it. Get excited. Watch the end of the original trilogy on the big screen. Go do that immediately, okay? But let's talk about this whole Luke Skywalker thing. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Kathleen Kennedy, apparently there's some reports going around that Kathleen Kennedy, now they're not from very, very reliable people. They are from some people who get it right some of the time. So take it with a grain of salt. Let's just go with that. But the gist of it is apparently Kathleen Kennedy is saying to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and all these other creatives that they can't use Luke Skywalker anymore. So the gist of it is when a project is greenlit, like The Mandalorian, let's say, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have full creative control over that project. Kathleen Kennedy can't come in and tell them to do something different, can't come in and tell them to do something like this, something like that, put this in there, put that over there. She can't do that. But Jon Favreau, apparently, again, this is all just rumor, according to his contract, can't have any say in what projects get announced. Well, now, any say is kind of a far-fetched, but he doesn't really have all that much say in what projects get announced. So the rumor that's going around is that Kathleen Kennedy is putting Luke Skywalker in a lockbox and throwing him in the river because we're never going to see Luke Skywalker again. Now, I think this is absolute horse crap, and it's actually not real, and it's not going to happen for many reasons, but the biggest one being we just saw him just under 2 years ago in The Mandalorian Season 2 finale, and then we just saw him just over a year ago in the Book of Boba Fett. So I don't think that's the last time we'll be seeing Luke Skywalker. I think in some sort of way, whether it be an animated show, whether it be in live action, or whether it be in Dave Filoni's movie that comes out in just a few short years, we will see Luke Skywalker again with maybe even his own Jedi temple or something along those lines. And the biggest thing to rebut against this whole rumor thing is that Kathleen Kennedy is enormous on this whole deepfake technology thing. everything she wants is deepfake technology. Look at what she said about the Solo movie. She was like, the Solo movie flopped because we didn't deepfake Han Solo. She said, or even look at the Indiana Jones movie. The Indiana Jones movie has Harrison Ford deepfaked. Rogue One had Princess Leia or Carrie Fisher deepfaked. Even The Mandalorian had Luke Skywalker deepfaked. Deepfake technology is like the thing that Kathleen Kennedy loves so much. And Luke Skywalker is the perfect person to use the deepfake technology on, seeing how they already did it. It was very successful in the Book of Boba Fett. So I think, and I know it might be a unpopular opinion, Kathleen Kennedy is stupid. Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. Smart lady. Smart lady. Smart lady. Just really bad at being the president of Lucasfilm. But I think that this is all just lies. It's not true. And we will be seeing a lot of Luke Skywalker in the future of Star Wars, in future Star Wars projects, and all this other fun stuff. And I think this is definitely not the last time we will be seeing Luke Skywalker. Definitely not. And we're going to watch actually a trailer for Jedi Survivor that has Mark Hamill in it. Of course, Mark Hamill being the one who played Luke Skywalker. And it actually kind of might tease out something about the future of Luke Skywalker, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think Luke Skywalker's done for good? Is he gone forever? Is he thrown in a lockbox, thrown in the river? Do you think Kathleen Kennedy is dumb enough to just actually stop making content around Luke Skywalker? What do we think? Oh, wait, I didn't even open that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's open a poll up to here. Here we go. Do. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's open up this poll. Are you getting Jedi Survivor? Yes or no? We're gonna go right into the Jedi Survivor after we talk about this Luke situation. But what do we think? What do you think? Yeah. Here's my thing. Luke Skywalker is one of the main characters of Star Wars, obviously, and he is one of the most prominent heroes recreating the Jedi Order in the galaxy at the time of The Mandalorian, or the Mandoverse. So the fact that the Mandoverse is going to keep going and Luke Skywalker is not makes no sense. Also, you have to remember, Dave Filoni is creating a movie right now, an Heir to the Empire type movie. It's not going to be called Heir to the Empire, or maybe it will be, but he's creating that Thrawn movie. And how in the world are you going to have Thrawn in this undead army, or Thrawn in whatever threats that may come with Thrawn, come into the Star Wars galaxy and not include Luke, Leia, Han, and the other heroes in the galaxy? It just seems way too far off, and I don't think it's even possible that they could have that movie and have the Mandoverse continue forward without Luke Skywalker. So I think it's all just crap. I don't think any of it's true, and I think Luke Skywalker is going to be around for a long time, and I'm really, really excited about it. Now let's talk about some Jedi Survivor. So Jedi Survivor comes out in like about 6 hours, so it's right around the corner, of course, and we've watched a few trailers here and there, but the hype for Jedi Survivor is really real right now. The reviews came out yesterday. The reviews really came out yesterday. And it is getting high praise, like really, really high praise, like really, really high praise. So we're going to get into some of the reviews for Jedi Survivor and what these people were actually saying, and we'll go from there. But first of all, Honey Badger says, Luke, Boba, and Mando are the Holy Trinity, easy for you to say, besides Bo, Sabine, and Rey. Did you just put Rey in a trinity? No. We don't do that around here. No. Okay, let's get into these Jedi. They need to come back. Who? Oh, Luke, Boba, and Mando. Yes, true. We need a comeback story for Boba Fett, that's for sure. But let's get into these Jedi Survivor for female characters. Yes, unfortunately. What about Ahsoka? Come on. Okay, let's get into these not Mando. Let's get into these Jedi Survivor ratings. You ready for this? Oh wait, what is that? Hold up. Okay, never mind. We're good. Okay, let's start here. Hang on. Let's start here with Forbes. Let's start here. Star Wars Jedi Survivor reviews are in, and they are pretty great. They're pretty great. We are about to have a sprint of large video game releases over the next few weeks. This week is Jedi Survivor, next week is Redfall, and then Zelda's Tears of the Kingdom after that. But today's reviews are rolling in for Jedi Survivor out this Friday, and it may not shock you to learn that they are pretty solid. That's to say the least. The game currently has an 86 on Metacritic, which is above the 79 to 81% that Jedi Fallen Order got on various platforms last time. So it is tracking higher than Jedi Fallen Order as of right now. The consensus that in many ways is it does feel like a significant upgrade, both in terms of size and features from the previous game. But it's so sprawling that many reviewers didn't even finish it yet, and withheld full reviews accordingly. So it's such a big game that some people haven't even finished it in time to create the reviews, which is a great sign. If you guys are unfamiliar, this game is going to have 7 open world, or almost open worlds, 7 worlds that are explorable worlds, one of which being Coruscant, and you're going to be able to explore all of these worlds. Kind of open worlds, not really fully open world, but you know what I mean. And it's going to have new Force abilities. It's going to be 155 gigabytes. 155. Crazy. Enormous game. It's going to be very, very good. But it's going to have better graphics. It's going to be only on the new consoles, the PlayStation 5s, the PCs, and the Xbox Series. And it's going to be awesome. So as of right now, it seems to be tracking a lot higher than even Jedi Fallen Order. But let's see. So right now, this is Metascore. They got it at Metascore. They got it at 86. My own experience was similar on this. I only got a code earlier this week, and if booked it, I probably finish the game. I probably will finish the game before it launches. I was definitely not going to finish by embargo, by when they had to get the reviews up. But also, with my PC code, it was immediately clear that this may not be the best platform to play the game on, nor was I getting fully impressed by the game without some final last-minute patches. So PC might not be where it's at, but that's just because this guy got like the before he got the early access. The game recommends you play on controller, which is interesting, which I don't like doing on PC, but M+K controls are indeed not good. So if you want to play it to its full potential, you're probably going to want to play it on a controller, not on a PC. As you can't rebind them, and even menu navigations need to be done with WSD and arrow keys. So yeah, that's for if you're playing on a PC, but that's fine. I ran into tech issues with the game, namely a persistent bug where cutscene voice lines would desync. Okay, well this person, yeah, we don't care what this person thinks. They use a PC, of course. Just kidding. But yeah, so this is great score. 86 is great. We're going to get into even better scores in a second, but I wanted to get to that chat right there that I completely missed. Honey Badger says, no, she's completely slipped my mind. Sabine took her spot. Sorry. Sabine, Bo, and Ahsoka. Thank you very much. Derpy Entertainment says, Jabba's Palace. What about Jabba's Palace? Honey Badger says, I heard Jedi Survivor is Jedi Fallen Order on acid. It's bigger, badder, better, and more beautiful with 7 open worlds. Let's freaking go. And Cal with a blaster and saber stance. Imagine. Double-bladed saber with one hand on a blaster. In the other. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be epic. It's going to be unbelievably cool, but let's keep going into these reviews. So this person, here we go. We'll go to IGN. We'll go to IGN next. So IGN, I honestly don't usually agree with. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're way off with some things that I love. that they are like, this is a 6 out of 10 and it's garbage. But here's what they say about it. They give it a 9 out of 10. Rather than taking us back to square one to begin Cal's journey, we are trusted with control of the full-fledged Jedi Knight, who we can grow into a master of superhuman mobility and fantastic and challenging combat. If Respawn makes one more like this, it will be the best Star Wars trilogy in 30 years, hands down. So obviously they're referring to the original trilogy, and this video game trilogy being better than any other trilogy that we've gotten sent, which is just the prequel trilogy and the sequel trilogy. But it is pretty high praise. They're saying you don't have to learn the old mechanics from the first game. You don't have to learn how to force push again. You don't have to learn how to run on the walls again, which is great. You don't have to want to go through more just useless stories just to relearn the stuff. Like your memory's not getting wiped or anything, which is great. And then they said again, because there's a third one coming. There's a third Jedi game coming. Not for years, I'm guessing, but if it is as good as this or even better, then it's going to be one of the best trilogies. And like they said, the best Star Wars trilogy in the last 30 years. Poking jabs at the prequel trilogy, but you know, whatever, IGN, whatever. All right, let's go to this other person. So, this was crazy. Jedi Survivor may be the best Star Wars game in 20 years. Craziness. Jedi Survivor is currently at a 86 on Metascore. Yeah, we talked about that. With over 79 positive reviews. The Guardian claims that the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order shines as a 20-year highlight of Star Wars video games. They say, not only is it a masterclass of cinematic action, but its elegant mixture of mechanics is also much more elegantly implemented. The result is the best Star Wars game in 20 years, as compelling in the hands as it is magnificent on the screen. So this is the craziest amount of praise I've seen for a video game ever. And I've been gaming my entire life. I'm sure many of you have as well. But to be the best Star Wars game in 20 years, you have to go up against a lot of good Star Wars games. You're talking about Jedi Knight, Force Unleashed. You're talking about great stories, like great stories. I mean, even the Revenge of the Sith game is awesome. And even newer games, let's be real, Jedi Fallen Order is pretty good, but the Battlefront games are all right. But this is the best Star Wars game in 20 years. Kind of crazy. To think that this game could actually be this good is kind of wild. I don't know. What do you think? And are you going to pick up this game? Let's put it at that. Are you going to pick up this game? Honey Badger says, it will be the best game ever. Forget 20 years. All time, I am beyond hype for this game. I literally can't wait. So here's the thing. This game comes out at midnight. I'm going to be streaming this game on the channel, hands down doing it no matter what. I'm going to run through the entire thing with you guys live, and we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to just have a blast. Here's the thing. When do we want to do it? Do we want to do it tonight after midnight and maybe just go until I fall asleep in my chair? Or do we want to wait until tomorrow and do it? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Honey Badger says, yes, getting it tonight, getting it Friday night at 6. Gonna get it and stream it tomorrow night. I'm getting the disc because I need it. I don't know if I'm getting the disc. I don't think I'm gonna get the disc. I might just get the digital version, honestly. But what are you guys going to get this game? Honey Badger is definitely getting it. I know that for a fact. But what do we think? What do we think? Are you going to get the game, and are you going to come watch me stream the game? Of course. I mean, what else would you do with your precious time except for watch me play a video game? Obviously. Bum 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 bum. Where's his pulse in that? Oh. 100% of you right now are getting this game. That's pretty epic. I got the disc for Jedi Fallen Order, and I have to get the disc for Jedi Survivor because I need it. Florida Sucks says, I will be out of town this weekend, and I won't be playing it. Oh, that stinks. Don't get spoiled. Don't watch my stream. If you stream tomorrow, I will be there. I'll be there. I don't want spoilers. So you'll be there, but you don't want spoilers? I'm confused. Confused. So Florida Sucks, are you getting the game? Is that what you're saying? You're getting it? Are you getting it? So before we just go completely off the rails because I just lose my point every 2 seconds. This is a poster that we just got recently, I'm just now noticing, for Visions Season 2, okay? Now, we're going to go back to Fallen Order. I just want to show this very quickly. So this comes out on May 4th, so a week from today. No, tomorrow. Week from tomorrow. This comes out. This is a pretty sick poster, not going to lie. You got the Sith that we know is coming from that Sith episode. We got some other people up here. No idea what's really going on. It doesn't look like any of these are a continuation from any of the stories from Season 1. But I do believe this season is going to be very, 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 very good. Okay, back to Jedi Survivor. Sorry. Got distracted. I saw the poster and I had to show you. Honey Badger says, because I want to play it before I watch you play it. Because you're going to get it before me. I don't want it spoiled. Yeah, no, I totally get that. But just watch me play it anyway, you know? Just forget. Just forget. You know? He follows up, says Visions 2, second best Star Wars show behind Mando. Let's go. I wholeheartedly disagree. I'm pretty excited for Visions Season 2, but here's the thing. I'm not the biggest Star Wars Visions fan, just because, for many reasons, but just because it's not Star Wars canon. The stories are too short. Like the ones that I want to continue, like the Ronin one and the Ninth Jedi one and the Twins one, it's just one episode and it's just 12 minutes long or whatever it is, 15 minutes long. And then you have really bad ones like Tatooine Rhapsody that just piss me off. So I'm excited for Season 2 and I can't wait for Season 2, but it's not even close. Like Clone Wars is better, Rebels is better, Mando's better. Even I'd say Boba Fett was better. And now it's not even close. Not even close. I loved it because it's non-canon and it's refreshing and not a part of the Skywalker story. That's why I love it so much. True. I wouldn't mind a non-canon story. If Ronin was a whole entire season, sign me up. Yeah, I would watch that all day long. Florida Sucks says, Tatooine Rhapsody is great. I have spoken. Well, you have spoken incorrectly. It is no. Okay, Rebels and Clone Wars are better, but Visions is my second favorite. Visions is my second favorite current running show. Okay. I could give you that. Maybe. All right, let's get into. Actually, wait. What do we have to? Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, let's get into this then. Let's get into this. Wait, what? Wait, what is this? Oh, never mind. Let's get into this. Okay, here we go. Oops. Star Wars upcoming movie release order planned revealed. Okay, now this doesn't really come to much surprise of anybody, I'm sure, but here's what's going on. The release order for the upcoming Star Wars films. So there's 3 films. You got the Charmin Obi-Chinoy one that you're looking at right there, and then you have the Dave Filoni one, and then you have the James Mangold one. So we're gonna go into all of them pretty in depth here. So, according to recent report from Hollywood Reporter, Disney and Lucasfilm already have rough plans on when the 3 upcoming Star Wars films will be released into theaters. And number 1, the Charmin Obi-Chinoy film, okay? December 19th of 2025 is the prediction. So it's not specific, it's not definitely going to be that December 19th date, but it is going to be December of 2025. So Charmin Obi-Chinoy's upcoming Star Wars movie will feature Daisy Ridley's return to the galaxy far, far away for the first time since 2019's Rise of Skywalker. It will be 15 years after the events and showcase Rey as she rebuilds her new Jedi Order. According to the report, it is believed that the movie will be released on December 19th of 2025 due to Lucasfilm and Disney wanting it to be their first of the 3 movies to hit theaters. It's kind of strange, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Don't you think it's really, really weird, just based off of how the sequel trilogy did, like just rating wise, with the fandom wise, all that other stuff? Don't you think that it's weird that they took, by the time this movie comes out, they took 6 years off? 6 years off from movies. And the first movie they're going to go back with is another sequel movie. Now, I know we're still going to get the Mando movie, we're still going to get the Dawn of the Jedi movie, but don't you think that it's a little strange that the first movie they go to after the sequel trilogy split the fan base entirely is a sequel movie? What do we think? What do you think? And to follow up on that, are you going to watch this movie? Are you going to watch the Charmin Obi-Chinoy directed Rey Palpatine movie in 2025? Are you going to go watch it? Honey Badger says, Rey movie won't make 2025. Fire Kathleen, keep it moving, bring in Dave's Mando movie, and that's what we all are waiting for. I don't think that's going to happen. I think regardless of when we get the Mando movie, we are still going to get this Rey movie. This Rey movie is inevitable. Just like Thanos, this Rey movie is inevitable, and it's going to come to fruition. We're going to get it in 2025, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Pretty much. Like Bowser in the Super Mario movie, there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know. I'm already out. 25 minutes in, and we got to go to the good cup that follows orders. Florida Sucks says, I am not seeing the Rey movie. Now, why? Is it because it is a sequel trilogy and the sequel trilogy really was bad? Because that is a valid point. Now, I'm going to, of course, go see this movie because it's Star Wars and I have to go see it. But, or I don't have to, but I want to. But it is a good point that a lot of people might not go see this movie because it's a sequel movie. Now, it's going to have Rey in it. It's rumored to now have Finn in it. And they're going to have to do some crazy, crazy announcements and just commercials and just actually get the word out there that this movie is going to be different. Actually different and planned out than the sequel trilogy. Okay? There has to be some sort of actual, we messed up with the sequel trilogy and we're fixing it type of thing going on with this movie. Or else they're going to lose so much money because so many people are not going to go see this. And taking 6 years off from the movies because you're supposed to be learning from your mistakes from the sequel trilogy and then making another sequel movie doesn't really add up. If we're being honest, it doesn't add up at all. So it's going to be interesting to see how much money that movie makes, of course. But also how many people aren't going to go see it just because it's a Rey movie, just because it's a sequel movie. Yeah. Honey Badger says, yes, it's weird. It's KK. It's weird that it took off 6 years to continue the sequel Rey Imposter Skywalker garbage storyline. It is very, very strange. It is weird. You took 6 years off to take a break from making movies because the sequels did what they did. And then you're just going to go right back into the sequels. I get there's a 15-year gap and all that other stuff, but it's dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. Stupid. Stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid. But it's what we're getting. So we shall see. Honey Badger follows up and says, if Sir Jedi Mandalorian Din Grogu isn't in the Rey movie, then I will not watch it. Interesting. So if Grogu shows up in the Rey movie, would that persuade you guys to go watch it? Would that be what sets you over the edge? Is Grogu's connection to the sequel trilogy or to the post-sequel world to Rey's Jedi Order if Grogu is connected to it. And here's the thing: if Grogu survives that long, which I'm assuming they're going to make him survive that long. Let's be honest. He's the face of the company, and how? If he survives that long, how can he not be involved in Rey's new Jedi Order? He's going to be one of the only Force users left. And let's be honest, when the movie's called The Last Jedi, that's a complete lie because Grogu's still out there. And so is probably Ahsoka. And I get it. Ahsoka's, I'm no Jedi, and Grogu's a Mandalorian, but let's be honest, they're Jedi. So if Grogu's not in the movie, I would actually be more surprised than if he was in the movie at this point. Let's be real. Honey Badger follows up and says, yes, but if the Rey movie misses its 2025 deadline, then KK will be fired, and that's what I want. Well, that's very true, but I think KK is going to be fired either way. And like I said many times on the channel, and I don't know why I keep bringing it up, because if I don't, you guys will probably forget, but if she is not fired by November, I'm giving away a free lightsaber on the channel. So that's how confident I am that KK will be gone by the end of this year. Yeah. And I'm sticking to it because I still believe that she will be gone after the after Indiana Jones 5. After that movie comes out this summer, I think she'll be gone. For sure. I'd imagine it says good cops follow orders. Exactly. Florida Sucks says there is no fictional character I hate more than Rey. Wow. None? Not even like bad guys? You don't hate them? There's no fictional character you hate more than Rey. What about Rose? Just trying to trigger you now, Florida. I'm just trying to trigger you. What about Cassian Andor, Florida? We know you hate that show so much. Honey Badger follows up and says, but I will see it for Finn. He deserves it. They better make him a Jedi Master or Knight in training. If not, I'm not going to watch it. Well, it seems like there is a lot of, I'm not going to watch it if this doesn't happen, if that doesn't happen, if this doesn't happen. I'm not going to watch it because it's a sequel movie, and I feel like that's just bad. It's bad all around for the Star Wars brand. It's bad all around for just Star Wars in general. Why would you make a movie, the next movie that you literally took a 6-year gap off to make, why would you make it about the character that people have so much hate for? The character of Rey. Rey Skywalker. Let's be real, she's not a frickin' Skywalker. But it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Yes, because I need to see more Grogu after the Mandalorian era. He'll be 115 years old by Rey's movie. Interesting. It is true. That's probably around the time that he will be, how old he will be. But it doesn't mean he will definitely be in the movie, you know? You know? Did you... Why my chat's broken? What the heck? Honey Badger says, Rose is better than Rey. Palpatine is better than Rey. Rey just sucks. Okay. Tell us how you really feel. No hate towards Daisy Ridley, but I hate Rey's character. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with the actor. It has everything to do with the character. When we say we hate a character, it's not because we hate the actor who portrayed the character. She did her job. She portrayed the character the best to her ability. It wasn't her fault that the writers and the directors and all these other people behind the scenes made her character complete and total garbage. Okay, enough of this bad talk. I want some good. I want some good. Okay. Florida Sucks. I saw a message come up from you, but now it's gone. I don't know if you deleted it or what, but sorry. Let's keep going. To the next movie. What is next? Number 2, Dave Filoni's Mandoverse film. Supposed to be in December of 2026. Now, this is the rumor. As of right now, it's just a rumor that this movie will come out in 2026. But this is a lot better news for a lot of Star Wars fans. A lot more people are going to go see this movie and be happy and excited for this movie than the people going to see the Rey movie who are just mad already going in and looking for things to complain about. This movie is going to have a way better feeling about it. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, are you more excited for this movie? And there better only be yeses in the chat. Well, let's see what they got. It was announced at Star Wars Celebration that Dave Filoni will be directing his own feature film that will serve as the culmination of all the storylines within the Mandalorian verse on Disney+. As of this time, there has been no release date attached to Filoni's movie, but the report states that Lucasfilm is currently aimed for it to come out roughly 1 year after Charmin Obid-Chinoy's movie. So it seems like they're going to make a movie every year, which is great for us because we want a Star Wars movie every year. But they're going all over the place. Like, one is a post-sequel trilogy movie, one is a Mando movie, and one is a Dawn of the Jedi movie. However, the true release date truly depends on if the Disney Plus shows, such as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, can reach the right point in the timeline by the end of 2026. If not, fans can expect Filoni's movie to be delayed to either May of 2027 or even December of 2027. So it seems to be in that 1 year time frame. They want it to come out in December of 2026, but if it's not where it needs to be, then it will be later by 6 months or a whole year. Now, the way we look at this, let's talk about this movie for a little bit. Let's linger on it. The way we look at this movie is it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot better than the Rey movie, and that seems to be the common consensus around the fandom, is the Dave Filoni directed Mandoverse movie is going to be a whole lot better than the post-sequel Rey New Jedi Order movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the common consensus. And the thing with it is it comes out after the Rey movie. So could the Rey movie do some damage to the fandom a little bit more, and then the Mando movie comes in, swoops in, and saves the day? A lot like The Mandalorian came in and swooped and saved the day after the sequel trilogy. It's going to be interesting because, look, we got the Ahsoka show and the Skeleton Crew show to end this year. Those are both in the Mandoverse time. Then you're going to have a Mando Season 4, probably end of next year. And then you might get either a Book of Boba Fett Season 2 or an Ahsoka Season 2. And that's it. As of right now, that's it. Those are all the stories we know that we are going to be getting from this Mandoverse. So next year's 2024, and that's when we get Mando Season 4. The year after, maybe we get Ahsoka Season 2 if there is going to be one, or the Book of Boba Fett Season 2 if there's going to be one. And then we'll be caught up. So 2026 should not be any problem. The only problem that it might be is Dave Filoni can't write that fast. Dave Filoni is doing the Ahsoka show right now, and although it's almost done, he's got his hands full with the Ahsoka show right now. And of course, he's going to be involved in The Mandalorian Season 4, and if there's a Ahsoka Season 2, that's going to take up a lot of his time as well. So when is Dave Filoni going to write this movie? He's going to need some time. So maybe he just writes for the rest of this year while he's done with the Ahsoka show, and then next year and writes the whole thing and then directs it, and then there you go, 2026, boom, perfect. But it seems to be that this movie could actually get delayed. I think the Rey movie will definitely come out that December 2025. Regardless of Kathleen Kennedy being there or not, that movie will come out in 2025. This Dave Filoni movie, I don't think is nearly as set of a date as that Rey movie is. But I don't know. What do you think? Honey Badger says, yes, Dave movie. This is the way. This is the way. No, wait. Yes, the Dave Filoni movie is the way. Seeing it opening day. Rhymed and didn't even know it. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah. This movie's going to be way more hyped for the Star Wars fandom. It's going to have a lot more positivity behind it than the Rey movie, I believe. And it's going to be great. It's going to be a great thing for the Star Wars fandom. And it'll be fun to watch. Honey Badger's calling it right now. It's going to get pushed back to 2027. I could definitely see that. Just because of Dave Filoni and having to write it and all the other stuff, I could definitely see that. Yes, not a rapper. Yeah, exactly. Are you guys going to go see this movie? And let me ask, Florida Sucks, are you going to go see this movie? Because you're not going to go see the Rey movie, but are you going to go see the Dave Filoni directed Mandoverse movie? What do we think? What do we think? Then there's, of course, the third one. Florida Sex says, I'll see the Filoni movie. Of course you will, because you have a brain, you know? And it seems like that's how the whole Star Wars fandom's going to go, you know? It's going to be, I'm not going to go see the Rey movie because I hate the sequels and I hate the character of Rey. And that movie's not going to make as much money or nearly as much money as the Mando movie. The only way that the Rey movie makes a shit ton of money, like billions of dollars, is if the word of mouth is good enough that people are like, holy crap, this movie's awesome. You have to go see it. Grogu's in it. Finn's in it. Ben Solo comes back to life. Something crazy like that happens. And the word of mouth is so great that it just makes a ton of money. The Mando movie's going to make a ton of money regardless. It doesn't need no word of mouth. It's already going to be there, and it's already going to have the word of mouth ready to go. Like, people are just going to already be ready for this movie to be kick-ass and awesome. Honey Badger says, yes, opening day, I'll pre-order my tickets in advance. Dave plus Mando, take my money. It's true. This movie's going to break records, I believe. I think it's going to do very, very well for the Star Wars fandom as well, because the Ahsoka show is going to be great to end this year, or to at the middle of this year. And Dave Filoni is clearly become the GOAT. He is the guy when it comes to Star Wars, and hopefully this movie actually provides him to get more projects with Star Wars as well. Maybe this Mando movie allows him to get his own trilogy. How great would it be to get Dave Filoni directed, written trilogy? And maybe it's not a Mando trilogy, but maybe it's a post-sequel trilogy with Grogu, or it's a Old Republic trilogy or something along those lines. It'll be interesting to see. Or maybe we're just getting bamboozled this entire time, and this Mando movie is supposed to be the first of an entire trilogy of a Thrawn heir to the Empire type trilogy. And it won't just be a standalone film, which would be awesome. Would you want to see this Mandoverse movie be turned into a trilogy? What do we think? Would you like to see that? Honey Badger says, why will it have the word of mouth? Because Din is that guy. Yeah, exactly. The Mandoverse movie is going to get a ton of views. There's no need for a word of mouth. There's no need to get people to come watch this movie because they're already going to do it. Heir to the Empire Dave trilogy. I need it now. Exactly. We need it. And we need it bad. But let's get to this third movie, because this third movie, honestly, just keeps getting me more and more excited for this third movie. Now, it is very, very far away. But let's talk about it. What do we know so far? James Mangold's untitled film is supposed to come out in December of 2028, which is a prediction. Now, this is surprising because, like I said earlier, I think that they will release a movie every single year for a long, long time. And maybe these standalone films turn into trilogies, even maybe all of them do. And you have the Rey movie become a trilogy. You have the Mando movie become a trilogy. And, of course, you have this one become a trilogy as well. And that would easily cause for a movie every single year. But here's the thing. With a movie every year, you would need the Rey movie to come out in 2025. You would need the Mando movie to come out in 2026. And you would need this movie to come out in 2027. Now, why that's not possible is because James Mangold has a pretty full plate right now. He is currently directing, finishing directing, I guess. I don't even know if it's in like post-production, whatever it's in. Indiana Jones 5, which comes out in June, I think. July, maybe? June, July. He's directing that movie. Then he's going over to DC to direct a Swamp Things movie. At least that's the rumor. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Does anybody know if that's confirmed? But he's going to direct the Swamp Thing movie over at DC, which is kind of crazy because that movie might not come out for years. So, again, a lot like Dave Filoni, when will he have the time to write that movie? We might see the same type of problem with the James Mangold movie. When is he going to have the time to write this? When is he going to have the time to direct this? So, I don't know when this movie's going to come out, but I hope and I pray the sooner the better, because this movie, and we're about to read what they got about it, is going to be freaking wild. So, James Mangold's upcoming Star Wars movie is confirmed to be focused on the birth of the Jedi, meaning that it will take place thousands of years in the past. Mangold's film will reportedly not be worked on until he finishes his biopic about Bob Dylan. Well, I didn't know that. He's also doing a biopic about Bob Dylan. But it is also reported that his Star Wars film will come before he starts working on DC's Swamp Thing. Well, there you go. It'll come before he works on DC's Swamp Thing, which is great news. Great news. Because let's be honest, the DC universe could be a just absolute shit show, and if he had to work on that movie before he worked on Star Wars, that would have sucked. But as it's reported, he's going to work on the Star Wars film first, before DC. The most likely release for the James Mangold film would be December of 2028, as that would give him enough time to work on the movie after he finishes up with the Bob Dylan documentary or film. However, if Swamp Thing doesn't need to be released until the early 2030s, wow, don't the 2030s just sound fake? Whatever. Mangold's Star Wars film could even be seen as late as December of 2029. Now, it sounds like 2029 is like a lifetime away, but that is only 6 years from now. And I really hope it is a lot sooner than that, but you never know. You never know with Lucasfilm and with Star Wars. And hopefully, by the time that this movie comes out, it'll be like, look, we're getting a trilogy for the Mando movie, we're getting a trilogy for the Rey movie, and we're getting a trilogy for this movie as well. Star Wars is back. We're getting a movie every single year. We're keeping the Disney Plus shows going. We're going to the Dawn of the Jedi. We're going to the Old Republic. And it's going to be awesome. But as of right now, it remains to be seen when this movie will be released. But what do we think about the James Mangold movie? Are you excited for that? Are you excited to go to to a new era in Star Wars, to the beginning of the Jedi, to the original Force users? Because every single day, it just gets me more and more excited. Every single day gets me more and more excited. Florida Sucks says, the Mangold movie is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Well, there you go. Yeah, the Dawn of the Jedi, if done correctly, and we know James Mangold has a history of awesome storytelling. Let's be real, he did Logan, and that made everybody cry. But Dawn of the Jedi would be a very, very cool project to be seen done correctly. There's already the source material there for the Dawn of the Jedi, for the Old Republic, for all of this stuff. There's already material there. There's already characters there. There's already everything there set out for you. They just have to tell the story in a way that makes fans satisfied with the way that they remember the story. Remember the Legends version of the story. So I really hope James Mangold can get this done and get it done right. Honey Badger says, all I need to happen is Ben Solo. All I need to happen is Ben Solo getting brought back via the World Between Worlds in the Rey movie. Also, Ahsoka will completely dive into the World Between Worlds, and we will understand how it works entirely. It's true. We could get an explanation for the World Between Worlds in the Ahsoka show that comes out this summer that will explain how Ben Solo could come back in the Rey movie. Now, I don't really want the World Between Worlds to just, save everybody, but if the reason that Ben Solo disappears at the end of Rise of Skywalker is not because he became a Force ghost, but because somebody pulled him out through the World Between Worlds, then I'm all for that. I'm all for that. That would be great. Because it would explain why he's not a Force ghost at the end on Tatooine with Luke and Leia. Yeah. We won't. Yeah. Jeffrey Snow, what's up? Jeffrey says, hey Mike, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Just stopping by. Not interested in the Jedi Survivor game. You know that already, Honey Badger. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, Jeffrey. How are you doing? Honey Badger says, always appreciate it, Jeffrey. You're doing a good job, of course. Honey Badger says, I'm excited for the James movie. I see what it's exactly about. Hyped for Mando and James movie, but I will see Rey's movie just because I'm a Star Wars fan. It can't be worse than Episode 8, and I'll give it a shot. Well, you never say that, because it could be worse than Episode 8, but we hope it's not worse than Episode 8. We hope they've learned their lesson, and we hope that they actually make a great movie. That's all we can ask for as Star Wars fans, is that they have learned their lesson, and the Rey movie is going to be a lot better. and I shake my head and I don't believe what I'm saying, because there has been no news about this Rey movie that has gotten me like, oh yes, here we go, we're on the right track. None of it. None of it. You know? Jeffrey Snow says, yeah, I just got off of work seeing the stream title and I was like, yuck, Jedi Survivor? Ew. Well, Jeffrey, you know what? Some of us like video games, okay, Jeffrey? Some of us are excited to play the next Star Wars video game. I'm honestly, as much as I like playing video games, I'm excited for the story that this is going to go into. The story that is being like referenced here could blow minds, could actually blow minds. Cameron Monaghan, of course, at Star Wars Celebration, who plays Cal Kestis, said, don't spoil it. He said, this story is awesome. It's even better than the first one, and do not spoil it. Please do not spoil it. So if you finish the game and you want to talk about it with somebody, make sure they've finished it as well. Of course, we have a Discord in the description below, a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars. There's a link in the description below. Go check it out. That we have a spoiler zone in there. If we want to talk Jedi Survivor in the upcoming weekend, in upcoming weeks to come, we will talk about it in the spoiler zone, just to do respect for the people who don't want it to get spoiled, you know? Honey Badger says, my question is, with Snoke and Palpatine dead, who is going to be the big bad for Rey? With the rule of two, there has been 2 Sith, correct? So exactly who and what will be the next big bad? Well, that's a big question. If the Rey movie has a good big bad, then that changes everything. If it's a new Sith or a new someone else or whatever, if it's a cool new bad guy, if it's the Yuzhan Vong or the I don't know, a new Sith, someone cool, then that would really get people to come watch it. We need a good bad guy. You need a Darth Vader. You need a Palpatine. You need a Darth Maul. You need someone cool to attract the people. And preferably it would be somebody with a red lightsaber, if we're being honest, but we shall see. Jeffrey says, it's sad seeing Battlefront 3 so close to being published and then crashing and burning, and now Jedi is being released. I'm jealous. Yeah, I mean, Battlefront 3 would be awesome. I really hope we do get a Battlefront 3 at some point that involves like Mando and Ahsoka and all these other cool characters. It would be so cool. It would be so cool. Battlefront 2 still holds up. And honestly, I think we're going to be doing some Battlefront 2 streams as a community semi-soon, so watch out for that as well. But yeah, Battlefront 3 would have been so cool. Honey Badger says, I see Rey turning to the dark side, and in the reverse of Luke, she'll turn against her new order, and it will be up to Finn in her new order to turn her back. I could see Rey being the bad guy, but again, I honestly don't see that happening. Disney's like, let's be real. Disney, they're not doing that. They're not going to do that to Rey. They won't. They literally just won't. It's as simple as that. Jeffrey says, Battlefront 2 is gold even 4 years after, still going strong. It is a great game, and definitely I want to do it with the community. We're just streaming on the channel, but we do have a gaming channel now called The Eggs. I'll start to link it in the descriptions of the videos now. I should probably do that. But yeah, it's The Eggs. We mostly have been streaming Rocket League, but I do want to do some Battlefront 2 streams. I do want to do some other streams as well on that channel too. So yeah. Link the channel. I can't right now, but yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Channel. There it is. Okay, here we go. Here. Check out this. Here you go. The Eggs. Whoops. The Eggs. Boom. There you go. Go watch it. go subscribe to this channel. Boom, right there. The Eggs, if you just look up The Eggs 2v2 tournament on Rocket League, or just 2v2, I'm sure it'll come up. There you go. There you go. I can't really link it right now. I'll link it in the next video. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. We're just going to get it going. It's me and a bunch of my buds, you know? Yeah. Okay. Okay. But I do want to stay on YouTube here because we got to watch this. We have to watch it. Whoa, look at it's the Matrix. Okay. We got to watch this. Make sure the volume's not on here. So, this is awesome. It doesn't get much cooler than this, okay? This is getting hyped for Jedi Survivor. And Mark Hamill himself, Luke frickin' Skywalker, was helping Cameron Monaghan, who plays Cal Kestis, train as a Jedi for Jedi Survivor. Now, this is awesome. I'll put the close... let's watch it without the audio once, okay? We'll do closed captioning. So he's talking to him here. Whatever. We're risking it. We're risking it today. We're risking it today, okay? We're risking it.
Remember.
Can you guys hear that?
Just feel it.
All right.
You're on Kobo. The Mogul Wampa thing is coming. You're not scared. Show me focus. Good. You're not playing baseball.
Right.
You will take me.
You're not playing baseball. I love how it says Cal. Like he's got a name tag on. Look at this.
You're not playing baseball.
It says Cal, like a name tag. Like they don't know which character he is.
Right.
You will take me to the senator now.
Take me to the senator.
This is interesting, okay? Now, this is great. This is great advertising for the show, of course. This is one of the coolest trailers I've seen for a video game ever, even though it has nothing to do with the video game, really. But there is a little bit of Easter eggs in here. You have him saying, "You will take me to the senator now," which, of course, is not a Luke Skywalker line. This is a line from the game. And a senator? We're talking about Coruscant, is one of the playable planets in this game. And he's saying, "You will take me to the senator now." Now, we know Cal Kestis is going to be on Coruscant in this game. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what the hell is going on with the senator on Coruscant and Cal Kestis on Coruscant, which is right now the capital of the Empire. The exact capital of the Empire. The people that he's running from, this is the capital of it. So it's going to be wild to see what's going on here.
No less risk.
He's throwing popcorn at him.
Mark, you know I don't actually have the Force, right?
BD1
They got an actual BD1 like on the set that's remote controlled. It's pretty epic.
says no excuses. Hold it. You get 2 lightsabers?
Well, technically one, but I can split them.
You never gave me 2 lightsabers.
So I actually think, and this might sound very far-fetched, Mark Hamill right there just said they never gave me 2 lightsabers. I think this could be foreshadowing. Of course, I said that Luke Skywalker will be in the Mandoverse yet again, of course. That's going to happen. And I do believe that he will be in the Dave Filoni directed movie as well. But what if this is actually foreshadowing this tiny little commercial here about Jedi Survivor, foreshadowing Luke actually getting double lightsabers at some point? Maybe like somebody he's fighting has a lightsaber, he takes it from them and uses 2 lightsabers or something along those lines in the Heir to the Empire movie. Like, I think this might actually be foreshadowing something. By the way, Mark Hamill looks great right now. People are talking about him being too old to play Luke. That is crazy.
Mark?
Whoops, we're frozen. Hang on.
You never gave me 2 lightsabers.
Mark?
What a cool transition.
Duck!
So, of course, this is Mark Hamill playing the game.
Okay, now use your Force powers to pull that sphere.
I really don't need you to explain the Force to me.
I mean, that's just genius marketing. Honestly, props to Lucasfilm, Disney, whoever was in charge of this. This is the most genius marketing I've seen in a long, long time. Putting Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, who has 0 involvement with this game. Like, Luke Skywalker's not in this game at all. Because he's a child at the time of the game. Putting that person, a familiar face that Star Wars fans know and love, in the trailer. This is genius marketing in one of the best trailers I've ever seen that doesn't even have anything to do with the gameplay or the game itself. It's literally just cool, fun, and makes you excited. As a Star Wars fan, it makes you excited. Let's watch it again.
Remember, just feel it.
All right.
You're on Kobo. The Mogul Wampa thing is coming. You're not.
So he says you're on Kobo. So Kobo is going to be one of the playable planets, by the way. And he says the Mogo Wampa thing. So we know what the Wampa is, but the Mogo Wampa thing?
Mogul Wampa thing is coming. You're not scared. Show me focus. Good.
Also, he's hanging upside down in that scene. Very similar to when Luke Skywalker is captured by the Wampa in Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back. He's hanging upside down, a lot like he was in the ice cave. Very interesting. Oh, we're frozen again. What the heck? There we go.
You're not playing baseball.
Right.
You will take me to the senator now.
Take me to the senator
No
now.
less risk.
It's also funny you have like stormtroopers walking around in the background.
Mark, you know I don't actually have the force, right?
BD1 says no excuses. Hold it. You get 2 lightsabers?
Well, technically one.
Lightsabers?
Hang on. You got somebody with a double lightsaber back behind him. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. Hang on. Got somebody with a double lightsaber right behind him. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Hold it. You get 2 lightsabers?
Well, technically one, but I can split them.
You never gave me 2 lightsabers.
Mark?
Not yet, Mark. Not yet. There's the Wampa thing. Fighting a Rancor. Doesn't get much cooler than that. Fighting a Rancor. Here's the cool thing. I'm going to see Return of the Jedi tomorrow. Like I said at the beginning of the video. Hang on. Losing my voice. I'm going to see Return of the Jedi tomorrow. And I'm going to get to play Cal Kestis fighting a Rancor in the same day that I get to watch Luke Skywalker fight a Rancor on the big screen. Life is so good as a Star Wars fan right now. Like, you guys don't understand. I always say that it's a great time to be a Star Wars fan, but we don't actually sit back and say, holy crap, how great is it to be a Star Wars fan right now? We're about to get Jedi Survivor. We just got the 3rd season of Mando, which was not as good as season 2, but let's be honest, it was good. And then you have Ahsoka coming soon, but you also have Return of the Jedi coming back to theaters. It's the 40th anniversary, reminding you that, yeah, you have over 40 years of awesome Star Wars content to watch, and then you have so much Star Wars content to look forward to. It's crazy. Oh, being a Star Wars fan is so great. Let's be honest.
Duck! Okay, now use your force powers to pull that sphere.
I really don't need you to explain the Force to me.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for this game. I know it's in like 5 hours, but I can't wait. I literally can't wait. I can't wait. Should we just go to sleep for the next 5 hours? What do we think? What do we think? Should we? Honey Badger says Rocket League was so lit. I watched today. Mike is nasty. Well, I wouldn't say that. I might just be the greatest Rocket League player of all time. Thank you. Yes, this was awesome. Yeah, that trailer is so freaking cool. Jeffrey says, found the channel, dropped a subscribe just now. This is the way. Thank you, Jeffrey. Keep Luke out Mandoverse unless Boba gets to behead him for the Sarlacc. Well, we know Boba can't behead Luke Skywalker because we saw the sequel trilogy and Luke Skywalker seems to have a head, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I watched the sequels, but I think Luke Skywalker had a head in it. So, yeah, I don't think that's possible. Honey Badger says, ha 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 ha. He says, I love Cameron and Mark. Yeah, the dynamic duo is awesome. Great reference. The baseball reference is referring to how sabers in the Jedi Fallen Order were like baseball bats. They fixed it for Jedi Survivor and are actually better this game and more accurate. Yeah, it's true. Many people complained, and there was very little complaints about Jedi Fallen Order. It was a great game, great story, but some people said that the lightsaber swinging and just the mechanics of swinging a lightsaber were kind of like just robotic and like a baseball bat. So the fact that they're poking fun at themselves is very cool. Like, you love to see that with these big companies and these games and stuff like that. You love to see them poking fun at themselves. It just means that they are aware that there are problems and they are fixing them, which is great. It's great. That trailer really got me excited for this game, and just excited in general, because Mark Hamill is he wants to be in Star Wars. He wants to be involved as much as he can. He cares about the franchise. He cares about the characters. And that's why he was so adamant about Jake Skywalker in The Last Jedi and all that stuff. But he wants to come back and play Luke as many times as he possibly can until he can't no more. So it is cool to see Mark Hamill get the love and recognition that he does all the time from Star Wars fans, but also from Disney themselves, because let's be honest, it was their idea to do that, and it was a great trailer. And again, it wasn't even a trailer for the game. Honestly, that got me more excited for the game than any of the trailers that we've watched before. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. It is awesome. Right now, 71% of you are going to play this game, which is cool. Mr. Sean 2000 says, I think if Mark was on the set, they might do a cameo, not as Luke, but a one-off. Yeah, that's true. Mark Hamill has voiced many characters in Star Wars. He was a character in Rogue One. He was a character actually in The Last Jedi that wasn't Luke Skywalker. He does voice a lot of characters. Even in Rise of Skywalker, I think he voiced another character, the guy who goes, "Win the war." Yeah, so it's possible he could be. He's the voice of the Joker, but that's not Star Wars. He does a lot of voice acting, yes. So it's possible he could be a character in this game. Now, it's probably like going to be a small character or something along those lines, but I'm sure we could recognize his voice. That's definitely for sure. He's got a pretty recognizable voice, even when he is doing like accents and stuff like that. You can tell it's Mark Hamill. So yeah, maybe that's what we'll have to do on live streams, is somebody's going to have to keep an eye out for Mark Hamill's voice. That's for sure. I hope Mark's in it. Honestly, Mark deserves the world. Let's be real. It's true. True story. Factual statements all around. All right, let's talk about this. Now, I read this and I almost lost my mind, but let's see what you guys think about it. Did Star Wars The Old Republic movie just get secretly announced? Okay. Lucasfilm may have secretly announced an Old Republic Star Wars project without anybody knowing it. The company has a lot of treats for the fans of the franchise over the last 4 days at Star Wars Celebration event. This included the announcement of 3 movies, some incredibly exciting footage from Ahsoka, a tantalizing sneak peek at The Acolyte, and more. However, there's one key announcement that may have gone unnoticed. On Lucasfilm's new official timeline for the franchise, there is a spot for the Old Republic. However, even with how popular the Star Wars era is, there's a catch. It doesn't currently have any canon stories. So right now, there is 0 canon stories in the Old Republic. Now, there was a Knights of the Old Republic remake that was being remade. Now, it seems to be at a standstill, but as of right now, it is at a standstill. It was supposed to be, it was unclear, but it was rumored to be a canon remake. But as of right now, there is nothing. 0 canon stories in the Old Republic. So why would they put the Old Republic on the timeline? Let's read on. Beloved entries into the franchise, such as the Knights of the Old Republic, all sit firmly in legend status. So, is a new project on the way? The Old Republic is a beloved era for many fans, even with its Legends canon status, aka none of the stories line up with a Disney-produced Star Wars content. There are, however, some select aspects carried over. For the first, one of the first elements of the new era made it to Star Wars in the new canon. Geez, read much? In new canon was Darth Revan. A fan favorite Sith character. Let's be real, he is one of the greatest Sith ever. But while all of his stories remain in Legends, he actually his actual existence was confirmed thanks to the rise of Skywalker's visual dictionary. Actually, I have it right behind me. Yeah. So in this book, the Rise of Skywalker visual dictionary, it confirms Darth Revan's existence in Star Wars canon. Like, canonizes Darth Revan. Kind of crazy. He went on to be mentioned in the 2022 canon book, Shadow of the Sith. One second. This book right here. Shadows of the Sith, that follows Luke and Lando. Which it followed Luke Skywalker two decades after the Battle of Endor as he went up against a new Sith menace. Yeah, it is a pretty good book. I do recommend. Other lore carryovers are slim, but include a crossguard lightsaber hilt design used by Kylo Ren, a blaster added to Star Wars Battlefront 2, Yavin 4's place in ancient Sith lore, and other small tidbits. So, of course, the crossguard was originally created in the Old Republic, and we saw it, of course, with Kylo Ren's lightsaber. There's one key conflict in the Old Republic, which could be a perfect place to focus on creating a new canon story. What big event could an Old Republic project focus on? One obvious choice would be telling the story about the Mandalorian War. So there's already a lot of Mandalorian stories going on right now, but there was a war between the Mandalorians and the Jedi. It wasn't a civil war between Mandalorians and Mandalorians. There was a Mandalorians versus Jedi. There's a reason that Beskar armor exists, and it's not to look cool. It's because it was an armor that could withstand lightsabers. And in this Jedi war between the Jedi and the Mandalorians, they needed to somehow combat the lightsabers and the force of the Jedi. So, one of the earliest conflicts between the Proud faction and the Jedi Order. Seeing how prevalent Mandalorian culture and characters are in Star Wars stories right now, this would be an obvious way to transition fans into this new era. In fact, it establishes that the current canon, the Darksaber, was stolen by Mandalorians who sacked a Jedi temple during the fall of the Old Republic. There have been numerous references to the between the Jedi and the Mandalorian cultures. In Legends, the Mandalorians were unbeknownst to them, manipulated by the Sith Empire into starting a war against the Galactic Republic. This confrontation finally came to an end after the Jedi started getting involved. Another big draw to the Old Republic is the Sith Lords who steal the spotlight. Let's be real, everybody loves the Sith when it comes to the Old Republic. You have Darth Revan, you have Darth Malgus, you have what the hell's that guy's name? What the hell is the guy's name with the... That is gonna kill me. Oh my god. I'm so stupid. It'll come to me. Okay. Where was I? Sith Lords steal the spotlight. Ask any fan what their favorite part of the era is, and they are likely to point out names. Darth Nihilus. If I just read the next sentence, I would have known it. The names Darth Revan and Darth Nihilus. Darth Revan, in particular, is one of the most highly regarded fan favorite Sith characters in the whole franchise, with Thrawn having been brought over into official canons thanks to Star Wars Rebels and Dave Filoni, of course. It would not surprise if Revan is next on Lucasfilm's list. What makes this even more likely is how closely connected Revan is to the Mandalorian War. He is one that, as a Jedi, before he proper fall to the dark side, ended the confrontation by sacrificing countless lives to wipe out the entire Mandalorian fleet. So yeah, Darth Revan actually started out as a Jedi. A lot like Anakin Skywalker, he's a Jedi for a while and falls to the dark side. And he is heavily involved as a Jedi with The Mandalorian and Jedi War. So, James Mangold's movie goes to ancient times. One of the bigger announcements at Star Wars Celebration was revealed that Logan and Indiana Jones director James Mangold will be writing and directing a movie focused in the very first Jedi Order, or the Dawn of the Jedi. Technically speaking, the Old Republic did explain how the Jedi came to be. However, these events are far removed from the bigger, more central timeline in the same iconic era. Interestingly, English much? Enough. On Lucasfilm's new timeline, Mangold's story is at its own spot prior to the Old Republic. So at one point, when it was all Legends, the Old Republic was actually the Dawn of the Jedi. Like, it encompassed the entire thing. But now on Disney's new canon timeline, you have the Dawn of the Jedi as its own time period, which is kind of interesting. Where was I? Interestingly enough, on Lucasfilm's new time, even before Mangold's movie was announced, the current Star Wars canon already made it clear that Lucasfilm aimed to change a lot of what the Old Republic established, especially when it comes to The First Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi revealed that the very first Jedi was a nameless figure known as the Prime Jedi. And they are also likely the same being who built the first Jedi Temple on Ahch-To. Even with the small amount of information known, it seems clear that both Mangold and Lucasfilm are looking to chart their own course and not stick with the legends, which kind of bums out a lot of people, but we'll see how they do. Perhaps the mysterious movie that could even set up a sequel that might give fans a canon story of how the Sith came to be. So it's very, very interesting to see the Old Republic even be talked about at all. The Old Republic is always a very intriguing thing when it comes to Star Wars, especially many Star Wars fans would love to see us go to the Old Republic. Many people's favorite characters are in the Old Republic. When you ask a bunch of people who their favorite character is, a lot of the answers are going to be Darth Revan. And it's because he has a very similar arc to Anakin Skywalker, but he's just a very lovable character and a very well-written character. So it's interesting to see that Disney's going to actually possibly maybe give us some Old Republic content. Now, you could go from anywhere between the Dawn of the Jedi, the Dawn of the Sith, to Darth Bane trilogy, where he breaks it into the Rule of Two. But before the Rule of Two, there wasn't two Sith. There was hundreds, thousands of Sith. And the story goes that Darth Bane thought all the Sith were spreading out their power and they would be more powerful. There was only two of them, a master and an apprentice. The master, of course, to train the apprentice, of course, to kill the master eventually. But before that, there was thousands of Sith, which is very fascinating, and I really hope we do get some sort of story in regards to that. But, again, we shall see. We shall see. Honey Badger says, what if Mark is playing the secret villain in the game? Or is even playing Luke himself in a cameo? Well, Luke himself in a cameo in Jedi Survivor would be very, very, very young. Very young. I think he would be, 10 years old maybe? I doubt it. And of course, if it was Luke as 10 years old, he would not be Mark Hamill, of course. But maybe he is playing a villain in the game. Maybe he is this New Republic Jedi that is supposed to be from the Bacta tank. We're going to talk about a little bit more Jedi Survivor in a minute after we talk about this Old Republic stuff. Honey Badger follows up and says, let's go, KOTOR, bring it on. Revan, ? I really hope Darth Revan. Let's go. I need Revan, red and purple saber, live action, woo woo. Yeah, exactly. Darth Revan is one of the coolest characters ever. One of the most iconic purple lightsabers when it comes to purple lightsabers, because we only really see a few, with Mace Windu, of course, being the other one that comes to mind when you think about a purple lightsaber, but also his red and purple dynamic is awesome. Jeffrey says, later, Mike. Going to the shop for dinner. Yeah, don't worry about it, Jeffrey. Have a great rest of your evening. But let's go back to Jedi survive. Well, first of all, let's put it this way. Do you want Old Republic content? And honestly, if any of you say no, you're crazy. The only reason you would ever say no was if you were like, I don't want Disney to mess it up. That's it. And that is a valid point. But if they put the right people in charge, if Dave Filoni goes to the Old Republic, then let's be real. Let's go. Let's go 100%. Put every single project that you have in the Old Republic. Why not? We'll make it a lot better. Honey Badger says, yes, I want the Old Republic content now. Swagger like us. What's up, Swagger? Says, yes, Old Republic. Give me it right now. Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan. That is a very popular fan cast. Keanu Reeves as Darth Revan. Here's the problem. Keanu Reeves is not getting any younger. And it doesn't seem like Lucasfilm is going to the Old Republic anytime soon. So it does not seem like that's going to be the case. Because if they do Darth Revan, they're going to do him as a Jedi first and see his fall to the dark side. So they're going to have a younger actor, and they're going to have that actor be set as Darth Revan for a long, long time. I want a Darth Revan mask. Let's be real. When Darth Revan comes to live action, you're going to get Darth Revan merchandise, which includes Darth Revan masks, like Hasbro makes the Boba Fett helmets. Imagine a Darth Revan helmet. By the way, quick side tangent, because that's all we do on this show is go off the rails. I'm going to see Return of the Jedi tomorrow, of course, but I got my outfit all picked out. I got a Jedi robe, which I wore for Halloween because I was Anakin for Halloween. I got a Jedi robe. I got my Obi-Wan lightsaber right there, and I'm going to wear my Boba Fett helmet as well, so it's going to be epic. So if you see a guy who looks like a crazy person dressed up as Boba Fett Jedi, that's me. Yeah, so just a little side tangent there. Jedi Survivor. Getting back to Jedi Survivor. What are your predictions? Because let's be honest, this is the last time we can predict anything. We're going to play the game tomorrow. What are your last minute predictions for Jedi Survivor? What do you think is going down in this game? Let's be honest, we don't know. We talked about this on Tuesday. There's in the first trailer you have a Grand Inquisitor looking guy with a red lightsaber who never shows up again in any of the other trailers. You have the Bacta-Tank man, who of course is supposed to be from the High Republic, a Jedi that was put in a Bacta-Tank and left there, and seems to be the villain of the game, but doesn't also. You also see B-1 battle droids and droidicas in the trailer. You have Cal going to Coruscant talking about a senator. What the hell is going on in this game? Like, the story is going to be so unbelievably cool that all these pieces that are coming around in the trailers, and each individual trailer, we're getting piece by piece by piece of what this story could be about. What the freak is going on? You got Coruscant. You got this Grand Inquisitor looking guy with a red lightsaber. You got Darth Scrotum. You got the guy in the Bacta-Tank. You got possible mentions of senators on Coruscant. You have insane quotes from the trailers, like Cal Kestis is saying, I think we found a spot where the Empire can never find us, possibly referring to the New Beyond, which is going to be introduced in the Ahsoka show. This is going to be insane. This game is going to be fucking wild. Sorry, family show. Freaking wild. That's how wild it's going to be. I lost my touch. Swagger Legas says, the problem is Lucasfilm's president and Disney's investors have no clue what great content starts with passion. A great concept, idea, and great story treatment, etc. Exactly. In the Old Republic, if treated correctly, with Dave Filoni and other good writers like that, would be that good content with passion, great ideas. And fans like us would eat it up. Honey Badger says, I think it's going to be insane. Cal will face some type of Inquisitor, and hopefully we see Vader one more time. I don't think so. I think, although we are going to Coruscant, which is the capital of the Empire, I think we will see less of the Empire. You'll fight less stormtroopers and Inquisitors in this one, and it will be more of a different type of villain. You're going to be fighting B-1 battle droids. You're going to be fighting droidicas. You're going to be fighting a freaking Jedi from the High Republic. And by the way, I've read a bunch of the High Republic books, and there's other people who have read all of the High Republic books, know all the characters like front to back, and nobody, not a single soul, can tell me who this freaking guy in the back tank is. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this story leads. And of course, there's going to be a third one. There's going to be a third game. So it's going to be interesting to see where that third game goes as well. And if Cal Kestis comes to live action, where are we going to see Cal Kestis in live action? And here's the biggest question of all. When will that third game take place? The first game took place 5 years after Order 66. This game takes place 5 years after that. So 10 years after Order 66. Is the next one going to take place 5 years after that? Or is it going to take place after the original trilogy in the Mandalorian time period? Because Cal Kestis is coming to live action. This game is going to blow my freaking mind, and I can't wait to do it live. I can't wait to react to it. I can't wait to play through it. I can't wait. I just can't wait. You guys will truly see how bad I am at video games, but honestly, I literally cannot wait. I can't wait. Honey Badger says, I cannot wait. Droids, an old Republic Jedi, or High Republic, yeah. Darth Scrotum, yes, and an Inquisitor dude, and a guy wielding red lightsaber. This game is going to be sick. Live action Cal, give me it now. I want live action Cal so badly. So badly. In the Ahsoka show, in the Skeleton Crew show, anywhere. Give me live action Cal. He needs to be in this Dave Filoni movie. He needs to be in live action immediately. And even bringing him into live action, if you put the game after his live action appearance, if you put the game in the Mandoverse, the third game I'm talking about, because people are like, you can't come to live action, it'll spoil the third game. Make it after. I don't know. I'm kind of losing my mind right now, and I again, as always, because I drink out of this big ass cup. Why does nobody stop me? Have to pee. So we're gonna get on out of here in a second, but last minute thoughts, last minute predictions for Jedi Survivor. Anybody? And as of right now, 78% of you are getting the game, which is great. I hope this game sells millions upon millions of copies and is wildly successful so that Disney says, oh crap, we should be making more Star Wars video games. Remember that rumor? All right, I don't know how many. Remember that rumor? I don't know if any of you remember this. It was probably about a year ago now, maybe less, that we were supposed to be getting a Star Wars video game every 6 months. Does anybody remember that? About a year ago. I might have made a full-on video about it. If not, we talked about it. I might have made a full video on it. But they said, it was a rumor. We were going to get a Star Wars video game every 6 months. Now, when you think about the Star Wars video games that are to come, again, we don't really have much announcements on any of them, and they don't seem like they're anytime soon. But you got Jedi Survivor, you have Star Wars Eclipse, you have the Ubisoft open world game, you have the Knights of the Old Republic remake, and that's 4 right there. That's 2 years if you release one every 6 months. But if you give us even one every year, then you got 4 years right there of Star Wars video games. So, I don't know. Honey Badger says, I need Cal. No, Cal needs his own show or movie. Screw the cameo. He's a star. We all want. I don't see Cal getting his own show. Just because he got his own 2 video games, he's going to get a third. He's going to get his own trilogy of video games. I don't think he's going to get his own show. But I do believe that it is possible that we could see him in the movie that Dave Filoni is creating later. Swagger says, I'm glad Jedi Survivor also pulled some content from High Republic era, but in a refreshing, cool way. Exactly. It's not like they're pushing the High Republic too much, but they're saying, look, if you want more cool interconnective Star Wars things, there's a High Republic Jedi in this next video game. It's a very cool connection, and I hope they do more of it. Honey Badger remembers that, or he remembers it with a question mark. Exactly. Honey Badger follows up and says, but guys, I unfortunately have to get out of here. Much love, Mike, and see you later, guys. May the force be with you all. See you later, Honey Badger. Have a great stream over there on your channel. Maybe I'll stop in, but the Celtics do play tonight, and I really have to pee, like I said, but that might take hours. So I says, Dave Filoni movie, Cal Kestis debut. debut, maybe. I want him to come this year, like in either Skeleton Crew or Ahsoka. I think this could be the year of Cal Kestis, with this game being a huge hit, and then later on in the year we get the Cal Kestis live action debut. But if I have to wait till the movie, I guess I can. Okay. I guess I can. Any other predictions? Any other Star Wars news going on? What do we got? Anything? We are going to get on out of here in a minute. Quick shout out to all of you for being awesome. The channel's doing great. The numbers are going fantastic. The last video I posted yesterday about Grogu being in the frickin' Star Wars Rebels show is at 1,000 views, which is awesome. One of the best videos, that a video has done on the channel ever, which is very, very exciting. Our shorts are doing great. Our live streams are doing fantastic. And it is all for you guys. All for you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Is Florida Sucks saying stuff in the chat and I just can't see it? I don't know what's going on here. But should we talk about that a little bit? Let's talk about that. Grogu was in Star Wars Rebels. Grogu was in Star Wars freaking Rebels. How about that? Where was this? Where the heck was this? Grogu, Star Wars Rebels. Grogu, ba. Where is this thing? Oh, there we go. Grogu and Rebels. Here we go. Found it. Okay. Found it. Grogu in Star Wars Rebels. I'll zoom in on it. Hang on. So, this is Sabine in the third to last episode of the show. And this is clearly Grogu. Let's be honest. Let's zoom in even closer. It's Grogu. Can't tell me otherwise. It's Grogu. Now, what he's doing, what's going on, we don't know. Go watch the video for what I think's going on, and we'll see. I don't know. It's far-fetched that this is Grogu, but it kind of lines up. And when you watch the video, how I explain it, how the timing is right, and the world between worlds, of course, time is means nothing. It could be Grogu, which is kind of crazy, like absolutely insane, but yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Swagger Like Us says, a Tales of the Jedi live action mini film would be cool. That would be awesome, but again, seriously doubt it. Just because, Tales of the Jedi is its own thing, and it's an animated thing, and I don't think they're going to be bringing any animated stuff into live action. Well, I take that back. They bring a lot of animated stuff into live action. They're not going to create the same story over again in live action. On the Lothal Temple, there's a Grogu figure, a Yoda-shaped figure on the Seeing Stone. Yeah, so, we can only assume that it's Grogu, because Grogu sat on the Seeing Stone, not Yoda. And although Yoda's the one who's alive at the time, he wasn't alive when those carvings were made. Those are thousands of years old. So, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I do have to get on out of here. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for sticking around the stream. Thank you for sticking around the channel. You guys are the best. Would not be here without any of you. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Check out the Discord in the description below. You guys are the absolute best. And yeah. Watch out for some fun videos tomorrow maybe, or Saturday. Shorts, of course, every day. And we'll be on our way. It's going to be a fun couple months coming forward. And it's going to be a fun couple days with me going to see Return of the Jedi tomorrow. And, of course, Jedi Survivor comes out tomorrow. It's going to be fun. So, yeah. Swagger Like Us says, by the way, Wolves and a Door was a fantastic episode. Was that the name of the episode? I'm lost. But yes. May the Force be with you. May the Force be with you. Always. Where's that stupid button? There we go. What a stream. What a stream. What a show. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you guys for sticking around the channel. Thank you guys for being the best ever. The greatest community in Star Wars ever. And where did that poll end up? That poll ended up with 77% of you with 9 votes, but that's okay. Saying that you are going to be getting the video game, which is very exciting. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your lives. Have a great rest of your night. And good night, everybody.